Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hey there, everybody in podcast land, and welcome to another sports podcast. I am Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us, as always, is Phil Ranta, the sports outsider.
It's me, Phil! I don't like whispers.
I was going to say, I don't like the new branding where you whisper in.
Yeah, I don't either.
Are we not?
Because
he called it out a couple of times, and I thought I'd heighten by doing
There's
it more and
been
more
a couple
each time.
where you said lights off at the end of the podcast and whispered it so quietly that I didn't even know if I should keep it or not.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. No more whispering.
Yeah.
Did you catch any games this week, Phil?
Okay, that voice, is that really necessary?
I was just
That's
I'm
too
just
much.
Irritating.
That's so much that even if I did see a game, it got shot out of my brain with your voice cannons.
Damn it.
It's too much.
This is probably the week that Phil watched an astonishing amount of
I
sports.
can't remember
to prepare
now.
for. Yeah, but he can't remember because of my
Nothing.
I'm like
my
Memento
joking voice.
guy. I should have tattooed all the games and the scores on my wrists and then killed John G.
It seems like you probably could have just written him down, Phil.
Like on paper.
Instead of tattooing.
Yeah,
him.
I could have done that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get someone in here to hypnotize you.
Oh,
And then once
hypnotize?
you're under, you'll
Yeah.
remember all the sports games you've seen.
I smell Memento too.
Hypnotize
Yep.
part.
Hypnotize too.
All right. So, well, let's find out what's on the docket.
Well, first of all, we have the Tim Tebow Update Watch Update.
Tim Tebow update, watch update.
Tebow!
Brought to you by Mentos.
Feel the rush in your mouth.
Feel the rush in your mouth.
So,
My breath is minty.
did Tebow start this week?
Oh, no, he
Oh.
did not.
Okay.
49ers beat the Jets 34-0.
Oof.
Ooh.
Tim Tebow does not play defense. Cannot
That's
be held
why.
accountable.
Cannot be held to. Tim Tebow does play offense, and given that score, I can already tell that Tim Tebow did not score any touchdowns.
Well, he clearly didn't play a lot if they only
Yeah.
scored 0 points.
Like, obviously.
I thought his defense was because Jesus doesn't want me to.
It usually is.
Oh,
It
yeah.
usually is.
Okay.
Passing, 1 for 1 for 9 yards.
Oh!
Wow.
Made a pass attempt. Is that his first of the
It
year?
is his first of the year.
First pass attempt
You
of the
can't
year.
call it an
Completed over
attempt
the
if it's
middle.
Completed.
Knocked out, fumble.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's not, again, that's
not his fault. And still, if he keeps his pace up, I think 9 yards per attempt would shatter the existing NFL record.
All right, 2 carries for 0 yards. Long,
Hey.
2 yards. He still hasn't been on the field for
That
more
means
than...
he has a carry of negative 2 yards.
Yes, that's
See how I
correct.
deduced that,
Uh-huh.
people? That's
That's
good stuff.
deductive
math.
reasoning.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes uses that, and I'm
Bingo.
supposed to be impressed by it. We have Google phones now. Deductive reasoning's dead.
Brought
Yep.
to you by Elementary, the new hit show, Elementary, starring Lucy Liu. Feel the rush in your mouth.
Fucking hate it. All right, still hasn't been on the field for more than 3 consecutive plays. Has played
Okay.
32 snaps on offense, 18 at quarterback. Has rushed 9 times for 38 yards, 1 pass for 9 yards. Now, Rex Ryan hyped the Wildcat all summer and has now admitted, well, things aren't going to plan. However, Sanchez has gone 3 feel the rush in my mouth.
There it is.
Sanchez has gone 3 straight games under 50% completion rate. Now,
Oh
here's
my.
the thing. Tim Tebow could go 3 straight games with an under 50% completion
I am
rate.
confident
Sounds
that he
like
could.
my dating life.
Oh, feel the rush in your mouth.
Yeah, I do.
Mark Sanchez, 13 for 29, 103 yards. Now, the question everyone in New York is wondering aloud, is it Tebow time? Or should I finally become a Giants fan?
if the 2 Super Bowls by the Giants in the last 5 years didn't put you over the edge, you would think that.
Well, finally, there actually does seem to be a upswell of, because when Tebow came to the team, it was like, well, he's not going to start because he's Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Well, now the Jets are 2-2. Sanchez is a crumb bum.
Yeah.
Is it Tebow time?
I don't feel like Mark is a good name for a quarterback. Like, I don't feel like it's a strong enough name.
Give me a good quarterback name, Phil.
How about this? Like, something like Tim Tebow.
Strong name.
Tim
Yeah.
Masculine
Tebow.
sounding. Like it.
Yeah. Or like Rex Harris. Or like
Try one more. How about one more?
Dirk fucked you.
You know, I feel like Dirk fuck you Maybe more of a defensive player.
I think you
could be.
mispronounced it. I thought it was Dirk fucked you.
I think it is
Yes,
fucked
excuse
you.
me. You're
There's
right.
like a T and a D in there. Back to back.
It's
Polish.
Danish. Yeah.
Oh, Danish.
because it doesn't have the ski.
Okay.
It'd be fucked you ski if it was Polish, right?
Right. Well, because they can't spell toboggan.
Well, I guess
Right.
what we're saying is with all of this going on, the people of New York are asking, hey, sexy lady, is it Tebow time? That was a reference to the Korean rap song. Is that
Oppa
Hey,
Gangnam
sexy
style?
Open
Oh.
Gangnam Style?
Why-
Is it Tebow time? Should
Oh.
we? I think we should record
Hey,
that, guys.
sexy lady, is it Tebow time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No?
No,
That's-
I don't know.
no.
I bet dollars
Uh,
to donuts it's on SNL
I
this
like
next
no,
week.
no.
I liked
because-
Rex Harris and what was the other one?
Something fucked you.
Yeah, I like those better.
Dirk fucked you.
Dirk fucked you.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe it's not Tebow time. Maybe New York is not ready for MetLife Stadium is not ready for Tim
I
Tebow
will
yet.
say this: if Tebow quarterbacks this Jets team into the playoffs, I might have to drop my long-standing opposition to Tebow as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, I thought you did that last year. You kind of half admitted that he was better than you thought.
No, not quite.
Go back to episodes 10 through 18.
I
you went
admitted-
up a little there in the register.
Yeah, I think I admitted that I might have been wrong about whether or not Tim Tebow should start, or that I think I admitted that I clearly looked foolish having said what I said about Tim
Tonight
Tebow.
I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to look up old volumes of Sports Podcast. I'm going to pop a couple Mentos so I can feel the rush in my mouth. And I'm going to start scouring to check and make sure that you said what I thought you said, that Tim Tebow, that you were wrong about Tim Tebow.
All right, and that was another Tim Tebow update. Watch update.
Tim Tebow update watch update.
Tebow!
Brought to you by Mentos.
Feel the rush in your mouth.
All right, now we have a quick interview. This one's going to be really quick because we just
All right.
got him on the phone. They're
Oh,
not
okay.
in studio.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
U.S. Ryder Cup captain Davis Love III.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because it didn't the Ryder Cup not go well this weekend?
It did not. Your U.S. Ryder Cup team lost to the dastardly Europeans.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that the horse tournament? Which
No,
one's the
it's-
rider
it's,
one?
It's golf.
Golf.
Oh, okay.
Though, honestly, for Ryder Cup horse tournament, good guess, Phil.
Thank
Good
you.
guess.
Solid guess.
I was pretty proud of
It's
myself.
Yeah.
R-Y-D.
Yeah.
Oh,
but there's no way
it was
you could have
named
known that.
after
There's no way you could have known
Dirk
that.
fucked you Ryder,
Yes.
his son.
But yeah, weren't they the America was up like 8 points going to the final round?
I think it was 4. I think they were up 10-6, I believe.
Right.
No?
And but
Maybe 10-6.
basically they had to lose like 2/3 of their matches in the last
Yeah, it
day
was
or something
10-6.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they did really bad.
Yeah.
And people are questioning some of Davis Love III's strategy.
Okay. Well, why don't we ask him about it?
Well, we'll
then?
get him on the phone here.
Okay. Hey, hello, Davis. Mr. Love. Do you have any comment on the criticisms that made of your strategy lately?
Are you Mr. Love III?
Are you okay? You can't breathe? Do you want a Mentos to feel the rush in your mouth?
What's
Are you
going
okay?
Well, briefly, if you can hold on just a second, don't you think you should have played Phil Mickelson and Keegan Bradley instead of saying, well, I'm not going to play anyone in 4 straight matches? Why not just play him on the last day? Are you?
I think he needs help.
Well, we can't. He's on the phone. I can't do
Either
anything.
that or he's being very lewd on the phone. One or the other. He might be being just lewd.
It could be. This sounds terrible. Oh, okay. Oh, this will be great. This
Oh,
is Tiger Woods.
Tiger!
He played Tiger Woods last in,
Okay.
in the tournament, or this is getting a lot of criticism too. Tiger, do you wish you would have played in an earlier group? Would that have made a difference?
Oh no! You know what? I think that they're in some sort of cryo chamber where it's filling up with gas. They're having problems breathing.
Well, yes, Occam's razor would lead you to believe that.
Right? Yes. That's what.
This sounds terrible. We should do something.
You know what we should do? We
What?
should hang up.
All right.
You know,
Oh,
couple less golfers in the
all
world.
right. Let's hang up. Thank
All right.
you.
Enjoy horse racing. All right.
That was
Yeah.
that was not good.
I think they were both choking.
I think they were.
Yeah.
I think I got that one.
I think I did too.
All right. Hey, Phil, do we got a weird sport today?
You goddamn right we do.
We also have an interview with Will Smith, defensive end for your New Orleans Saints.
Wicked
Ooh.
wow wow.
He's just coming off his suspension, right?
He is just coming off his suspension, so that'll be exciting. We're going to interview him about, a lot to talk about for him and the Saints.
for the Saints. Yeah.
But let's get it started, folks. All right, well, this will be fun. We're going to check in with – now, the replacement ref thing is over.
Yep.
We got the
replacement refs are
real
done.
referees back.
Uh-huh.
Replacement refs, we just call them refs.
Yep.
Real refs, we call them referees.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to call in with a friend of the show, Tony Spumante.
Oh, how's Tony Spoo doing?
Well, let's see. Tony, are you there?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, hey, Tony.
No, I'm sad.
What?
Can you hear my voice?
You don't sound
I'm
sad,
really
Tony.
depressed.
Okay. Well, what are you up
Not
to?
feeling too good about life, guys.
Okay, well, what are you up to these days, Tony? Now that you're not an NFL referee.
You know what? I decided to look back at my strengths, and I'm good at 3 things, all right? I'm good at refereeing.
Right, number 1.
I'm good at throwing whistles.
Excuse me, can I get a number 5?
And hey, hold on 1 second. I'll get you your pastrama later.
Is this a bad time, Tony?
No,
You-
it's okay. I'm still at work.
All right, so 2, throwing whistles.
Yep, number 2's throwing whistles. Number 3, slinging provolone.
Can I get a number 2 with pickles?
Hey, I'm gonna get to you. Hold your horses back there.
If you got a line, we can do the interview
it's
later.
all right.
This isn't a live
I'm
show.
working in a deli.
Okay.
Because if you're Italian and you go into a deli, they offer you a job.
Is that how it works?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Every time, huh?
And how would you compare your work at the deli with your brief period as an NFL referee?
Oh, let me tell you, Joel, I don't know nearly enough about as much about being a deli runner as I do about football.
Can I get to number 3? Hold the mayonnaise.
Shut up, you British wench!
Well, that's
Sorry.
not great customer service. You know, if you
I'm sorry, my head's still in the game, huh?
Tony,
Every time I close my eyes, I see myself in center court in the middle of the match, passing the puck around, throwing the whistle, and calling people for intolerable cruelty.
So Tony, what
The worst penalty in football.
Why don't you tell me?
Intolerable cruelty.
that's not.
It's
Well,
not at all.
Coen's brothers made a film after it.
What sort of bread do you traditionally serve your pastrami on?
Oh, I ain't too good with breads. I'm not as good as breads as I am
Sounds-
in football.
Yeah,
What about-
sounds
what
like
about-
you're
I
about
serve
as
it with a
you're-
really stony
sounds like-
rye.
sounds you're
real stony
actually,
rye.
what
Huh?
rye-
I thinly
rye-
slice the provolone. I pickle it. Huh? I put a little bit of cheese up, and I
You
put
sound like
a
you're a
little
much
bit of-
better deli worker than you were a referee,
actually,
Tony.
this actually doesn't sound like a bad sandwich.
Are you kidding me? Huh? Football was my life. All right.
Well,
That was what I was good. Every time I think back to those glorious days where I would slap a cheerleader and say, "Get out on the court."
they don't. Yeah.
You shouldn't be
What are you doing
touching
on
them.
these sidelines?
Here's the thing,
How
Tony,
about your team?
What if
I don't slap him in the face. That would be wrong. I don't hit women.
where would it be that you
Magagooch.
slapped him that it's right?
Huh? Slap him right on the butt. Huh?
That
Give him
sounds
a
like
little
a
pat
lawsuit
on the
waiting to
tush,
happen.
huh?
Listen, Tony, if you thought that maybe you're better off working in the deli, because it sounds like you really have a handle on this.
Whoa, Joel. What if I told you you'd be better off digging ditches than being on a podcast, huh?
That might actually be true.
Yeah, you should go dig that ditch then, huh?
Are you having a hard time adapting? Like, what kind of do they let you wear the whistle
You
at
know
the
what?
deli?
Working in a deli ain't that different from playing football.
Hey, Tony Spoo!
Hey,
Can I get a
it's
number 6?
Claudio. Wow, hey, hold on here. I'm talking to these guys.
Oh, hey, you do your thing, Tony.
No. All right, it ain't that different.
Not that different.
No,
How
it's
so?
not that different. All right, when you're refereeing a football match, all right, there's 2 teams, right?
Correct.
It's the good guys versus the bad guys. You pick beforehand which
you
one
really
are the good
shouldn't.
guys.
No,
No,
you
it's-
call all the
that's-
penalties against the
No,
bad guys.
Professional
Tony,
wrestling
that
you're
is-
thinking
the
about.
same way when you're talking about working at a deli. Huh?
I don't see that. Who's the
You
good
pick,
guys?
the good guys?
Yeah.
The good guys are beef.
Okay, and the bad guys?
The bad guys are anything chicken. Oh, Gamagooch, if someone orders a chicken, I know right away. I throw my whistle at them.
Words of wisdom from Tony Spumante.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony. It sounds like you got like sort of a line. We should probably let you go there.
Nah, that's okay, huh? Hey, you're gonna be watching.
service back here for crying out
Ma!
loud.
Shut up, Ma! Jeez.
Why can't you get a real job?
I
should-
did have a real
Everybody
job. I
hated
You
was
should
a
be
you when
nice
you
to
were
your
a
mother.
referee.
I
You
was
should
a
be
ref.
nice to your mother. We're gonna get going.
I'll give her a little
number
slap
8 with
on
some
the tush. Huh?
pepperoncinis,
Hey,
please.
Mom, I'm gonna slap you on the tush.
Don't
and make
touch
you
your
play
mom's
football.
tush. Do not touch your mom's
There's a little
tush.
slap on the tush.
All right, it's been great talking to you, Tony.
No!
All right, Phil, can you sit in this one?
Sure.
All right, we're going to be interviewing defensive end for your New Orleans Saints, or as they call them, Nolans Saints.
Nolans. Hey, why don't you get some gumbo over there?
No, that don't. That's kind of.
I'm
That's
a
kind of.
cage on my.
We gonna do this or what?
Oh, hey,
Oh.
hello, Will Smith.
That was a little rude of you to break in, but cool. Sorry, you're bigger than me. I'm not gonna fight you.
So, Will, you've been suspended the first 4 games of the season for your role in the bounty scandal.
Wait, bounty scandal? Like Dog the Bounty Hunter?
It's worse than that.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
It was allegedly,
Allegedly,
we were accepting money in exchange for intentionally injuring players in the other team. Allegedly, it's not what. It's not
That's
what
kind of
happened.
like when you were accepting money to injure aliens in the hit movie Men in Black.
Phil, that's a different Will
not.
Smith.
That's a different Will Smith?
It's a different Will
Oh
Smith.
my
Will
God,
Smith
I'm embarrassed.
entirely.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so tell me, what's it like?
I could break that Will Smith in half.
I believe it. I was going to say, hey, Will Smith's put on some lean muscle. That's what I was thinking looking at you.
Saints are 0-4. You're getting back in the game. What are your feelings? How do you feel about getting back in there? You know, slapping on the pads. Is that what they say?
I'm gonna be honest. Finding it a lot harder to motivate myself this year. I mean, it's like there's something missing. I think that's why we're 0-4. Is there's just we don't have that extra oomph. You know, that thing that's feeding the beast deep down and making us just get out there and really put our hearts into the game.
You know what always makes me just get out there and put my heart in the game? Doing a little bit of getting jiggy with it. Doing a little dance to na 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 na. Doing a little like hand thing with the getting jiggy with it.
Is he gonna do this for the whole interview?
Yes, undoubtedly. So
Do what?
now it's a different Will Smith.
Oh, no, I knew that.
Okay.
I was changing the subject.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is a Will Smith song. I didn't even think about that.
Well, it's a great song to listen to get pumped
I feel
up.
like
That's
you're
true.
fucking
Which
with
one I
me.
like is
I'm
actually
not.
Miami. That's a good one.
Oh, jeez.
The Saints are currently last in rushing defense. What is the motivation issue? What's going on here?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like last year when we were playing D, we were on rush D. You got to get down. You got to get down low. You got to beat the offensive line off the ball, and then get to that running back. I felt like there was something extra pushing me to do that. And this time, like this year, I'm not feeling that extra incentive to get that running back and just take him out.
You gotta
take him down.
You gotta float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, right? Ali, starring Will Smith.
Okay,
Right? Ali was a movie starring Will Smith. He went float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Ain't nobody can beat me.
Yep,
Probably.
not-
that's
Uh,
probably the other half of that nursery rhyme. Yes. God, that's a really glassy stare. Are you crying?
No,
Oh my God, that was frightening.
I never cry.
So what could change? What could get the team back in the game? You're like eighth
Like
in
I
passing
said, I think we
defense. This is
need
terrible.
We need some sort of extra incentive, on defense to really get us up and motivated.
You
to
know
get
what?
us
Well,
into
now
the game.
we should take you on a vacation then. Yo, homes to Bel Air. That's where we'll go. We'll put you on a little vacation.
I wonder if you're
That was another Will Smith reference, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if I get that one.
Oh, it's Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
No, I
Down in West Philadelphia, born and raised. You remember that one? We should probably move on with the interview.
Okay, so no, what it sounds like is you're saying is basically it sounds like you want money again to injure players to get psyched. You need that reward.
did I say that specifically?
You said incentive.
In a court of law, it would be very difficult for you to prove that is specifically what I meant when I said incentive.
Well, you're very knowledgeable about the law, but what it sounds like you're saying is
Allegedly said.
what you allegedly said was you wanted extra incentive to go out there and hit somebody. And shouldn't that you're already paid money as part of your job? Shouldn't you be going out there and having the fire in your belly and the eye of the tiger and the sting of the bee, butterfly?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, if there was an extra financial like maybe if they
you just
gave
said
me
financial
Yeah, you
incentive
just
right
said-
there.
financial, yes, but I
This
didn't
is what
say
they
what
got
for
busted
specifically.
This is what you were suspended for.
William,
games.
you're
No,
just
No,
bare-
I was
Oh, my
suspended
goodness.
because we allegedly were getting extra financial incentives specifically for trying to injure players. That is not what I just said. I said financial incentives. I did not say what for.
You know what, William? Do you know what? Welcome to Earth. Boom. Remember that? That was Independence Day, starring Will Smith.
Is this guy
Will Smith.
retarded? Is this what?
I'm actually enjoying this now more than the actual interview. So.
Is this? Are you just making a whole bunch of Will Smith references? Like I don't know that there's also an actor with the same name as me.
my son is the Karate Kid. I whip my hand back and forth. I whip my hand back and forth.
Okay.
You're a very intimidating man. Do you know that? Very intimidating.
You
man.
have no idea.
If I give you $100, will you hit Jordan?
Yes. I mean,
How about we save it for the Chargers next week in primetime? We don't need to get me involved in this at all.
yeah, but just say, all right, so say hypothetically we had something where I would get $100 if an ambulance left the field.
The documents
with
the
Phillip Rivers
NFL
in
provided us said that would be $1,000 for a cart off, and you'd be paid a $1,500 bonus for the knockout for taking me out of the game for that. That'd be a total of $2,500.
Again, allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly. So
Double or
what if
triple
what
in
if what
playoff
if you
games.
said Will Smith, you will get $2,500 if
I would say, what is he? That's way below scale.
That's
What's he
that's
doing this
below
for?
SAG minimum right
Yeah.
there. What is this, a half-day rate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
got him.
Got him. Are your parents
You
happy
guys-
with
are
the
you guys-
decisions that you made?
Are you
your
guys done
parents-
making your little
No,
jokes about
I'm
the
asking
actor?
you a legit question.
My
This is
parents
hard-hitting.
are quite happy. I bought him a house.
That's funny because sometimes parents just don't understand.
You still with us, Phil?
Sorry. It's been a pleasure having you.
where's
Will
the
Smith.
guy who called me up? The guy who scheduled this interview.
Joel?
The bearded guy. Where's
Yeah,
he?
that was Joel.
Why is
He was,
why isn't
he was
here
on
right
the
now?
chair before you sat down. I think he's squished under there.
Oh shit.
And
Okay.
here is your money.
Which I'm receiving for coming here, not for incapacitating the person that I'm sitting on right now.
That's
Regardless, we enjoy it.
Okay.
So thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'll take this money.
For you, the listeners of Sports Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I personally recommend a wonderful book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Joel saw the movie. He said that it was okay. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Again, that's audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network for your free audiobook. And now it's time for another Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
What do you got for us this week?
This week's Weird Sport, the World Black Pudding Throwing Championship.
Whoa. This sounds like a different segment. This is Wicca what's more racist? Ooh.
Nope, that theme song is still the most racist of all. Nope, this is the World Black Pudding. The pudding is black. The World Black Pudding Throwing Championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Does it require more information than that?
Well, I would, yes.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty intuitive.
Black pudding is it's a dish. It's served in like England, right?
Yeah.
And it's the one that they make it with like blood.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was blood pudding.
Oh no, that they make that with pudding. It's black pudding they make with blood.
All right. Well,
What goes in black pudding?
What goes? I don't know.
Can we look it up real quick?
What? You look it up. You've got that smartphone. Well, it's smart for somebody who was born in the early 80s. Let's
There's
see.
a lot of digs at my phone for one day.
Well, your phone is very old. I guess I'm going to look it up myself. World Black Pudding Throwing.
Well, I think it's not an unreasonable question.
Yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable either.
What's black pudding?
I feel like the sport
All
itself is
right.
probably pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You know what? I'm having problems finding black pudding. But you guys know what
Did
the
you
world
mean
is, right?
African American.
We are
pudding?
where what the world is.
Okay, here we go. Black pudding, also known as blood pudding,
Ah.
or blood sausage. So you
Oh.
guys, yeah, you
How
guys.
can something
you
be
were
a
right.
pudding and a sausage?
Well, I'll tell you. It's a type of sausage made by cooking blood or dried blood with a filler until it's thick enough to congeal when cooled. So it's just blood made into sausage. It's literally blood congealed.
So it's not pudding at all. It's sausage.
Yeah, it's like vampire. It's
Is
like vampire broth.
is this human blood that
Huh?
they're doing this with? Is it human blood?
Yeah, it's like vampire broth. No, it's not human blood. It's pig, cattle, sheep, duck, or goat blood, depending on the country.
All great choices. All great.
All
Yeah.
great choices.
I feel like my preference would be duck.
I was thinking goat.
There's pig blood in my cattle blood. There's cattle blood in my pig blood. Two great tastes taste great together. All right. Let's get back to the World Black Pudding Throwing Championship.
I guess the only question I can think of is it for distance or accuracy?
Well, let me get into that. This bizarre contest celebrates the ancient rivalry between Lancashire and Yorkshire. Yeah, that's right.
Yorkshire has a pudding.
I know that is a
Yeah.
long simmering rivalry.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this ain't pudding. This is sausage. What they're doing is draining an animal of all of its blood and then just being like, I don't need this, and then throwing it at other people.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
is it like dodgeball? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It attracts people from as far away as Australia to the small town of Ramsbottom. Ramsbottom is the name of the town where this takes place. The aim of the game
What
is
was the
to
thought process when they named Ramsbottom? They were like,
accuracy?
let's look at this and let's say, what does
Yeah.
this town remind us of?
This reminds us of cattle ass. They were going to call it cattle ass, and then they're
But
like,
Ramsbottom
we
had a
need
better
to
ring
be
to
a
it.
bit more British. We called it Ramsbottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how it went down. The aim of the game is to throw black pudding that has been swaddled or wrapped in a pair of ladies' tights at collection of Yorkshire puddings.
Wait,
So they take blood sausage, chuck it at pudding. First, the blood sausage is put in the ladies' tights.
Why ladies'
and then they throw it at pudding.
Joel, let me describe something about a British sense of humor. Nothing is funnier than a man dressed as a woman or women's undergarments.
Okay,
It's a little scandalous.
I follow.
Have you guys seen Downton Abbey?
Downton
I actually
boring.
haven't.
Yeah, I haven't either. But I imagine there's a lot of jokes about like, oh, you got your tights. That's weird. Wearing tights and oh. Right?
That sounds. That's what I've imagined Downton Abbey is like.
That's
Yeah,
that's devastatingly scathing of Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
That is spot on parody, Phil.
A lot of people might ask, where's this going down? Where in the town is this going down? Throwing this sausage at this pudding?
Actually, I was going to ask a totally different question.
Okay, then you ask your question first. Okay, I'll go to mine then. The pudding is found on a plinth 20 feet up on the side of a pub wall.
The Yorkshire pudding.
The
Or the
Yorkshire pudding
not
is
the
on
black
the
pudding.
plinth. No,
The Yorkshire pudding, which is the target, they're throwing
Right.
the black pudding at the Yorkshire pudding.
Yes. See? That all makes sense.
How do
right?
you win? What's the point?
I
That
wouldn't
was
say
my
it makes
question.
sense, Phil.
How is
That
it
makes
scored?
sense.
How do you win?
A competitor standing on the golden grid, introduced by a member of the media in 2001 for a particular. Oh, and only an underarm throw can be used.
So it's like softball.
It doesn't say how to win on the site. I couldn't find how to win. I think that I think that it's more for the sport of
this
it.
is disappointing.
No, I think that
Oh, I
the sport
wouldn't
is
say
more
that.
You know
about the
that
journey.
wizard broom ball game. At least you could have a winner.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
I'm
spoiler
at least
alert.
I'm
time.
at least thinking that I mean, come on, they are wrapping up blood sausage in women's tights and throwing it in another kind of pudding because they don't like the people
Is
from
it like
Lancaster.
a
That's
jug of pudding, a large vat of pudding, or is it a bunch of individually?
No, it's on a plinth.
What's a plinth?
It's a British term for plinth. I don't know what a plinth is.
well, why
think
don't you
what?
look up a plinth
this
real
is
quick?
terribly
Oh my
disappointing.
God. Why? No, when I feel like when I've introduced other things, you guys haven't asked all of these questions that require me to actually go and play it.
Well, we know nothing about this game.
A plinth looks like it's kind of like a sermon. It's like where you give a sermon, right? It's like a little it's like a little pedestal or
Okay, do they cover the plinth in Yorkshire pudding?
I imagine it's like
Yeah,
a bowl
and then-
of Yorkshire pudding on top of the plinth.
And you try to knock it over or get it in, or
no. I imagine that you just kind of chuck it at it and go, "Oh, take this, Yorkshire."
oh,
It's about the journey. It's not about the end. Have you
Okay.
guys seen Lord of the Rings?
I
Were you
I have.
spending the entire time in Lord of the Rings just like, get to the mountain, Jesus?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, see, I'd actually
No,
I'd
it's
actually
about
read
the journey.
read the book several times, so I knew what was going
Oh,
to
you're
happen.
one of those
but, yeah.
assholes.
One of the,
better. The book was better than the masterfully
okay,
crafted movies.
I don't say that often
The book
per
was
se, but in this
better.
particular case, the books were very near and dear to my heart from a very young age.
Well,
and I
then
liked
I'm
the
gonna
books
write
more.
a book about the World Black Pudding Throwing Championship. And I'm going to make it an epic 1,200 pages. And at the end, people won't even care that they don't know who wins.
People will totally care that they don't know who wins.
They'll get.
We don't even know how to win. Not the least of which of who, but how.
I don't think you can win. I think that it's about showing
Then this is
Lancashire and Yorkshire.
This is simply a bizarre event, not a weird
I'm
sport.
sure there is a way to win. We just don't know what it is.
No, the way
That
to
doesn't
win.
make a lick of sense. We would have found it on
everything's
on the internet.
No,
That's not
don't-
entirely true.
Don't sass me, all right? Don't sass me.
Jordan, what's in my pocket right now?
Oh, don't answer that question. I've played this game before.
Slash, if you don't have an answer, why don't you just have Phil look it up in the internet? What's in Joel's pocket right now?
I'm looking it up right now. Very tiny hole for his very tiny dick.
All right, that's uncalled. I just
totally
say
go
this
for
is
it.
not a weird sport. This is a bizarre event.
No,
This is
I
an
do not stand.
odd thing that
so
happens.
many of the weird sports we've done have had a winner at the end.
Yes,
You
they
guys
do.
have
They're all a
complained.
competition. We don't even know. We don't know how they win.
All right, then. Who wins the cheese rolling and wake?
The first person to make it down
That's
with
not
the
true.
cheese.
No.
No,
People
Jordan's
just
right.
fall.
There was a way to win. Again, the one difference here is not that there isn't a way to win. I think it is still a sport. We're just not familiar enough with the rules to know why it's a sport.
Look, guys, I feel like I let you down.
You did.
I beg to differ. This has been fascinating, Phil. I want to find out more about this event. But
Okay. See, I'm trying to encourage people to go and learn for themselves,
Yes.
Jordan. You're not going to be spoon-fed your whole life, huh?
I just don't think Hemingway's iceberg theory applies to weird sports.
Cut the umbilical cord, Jordan. Discover. The more you know. All right, this comes to an end. Another Weird Sport!
Hey, everyone. That brings us to the end of another sports
Sports.
podcast. But before we go, we'd like to give you our contact information.
You can email us at sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at sports3podcast, at sports3podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching Sports Podcast, your little top bar thingy. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Go to Stitcher.com and download the Stitcher app today and look for Sports Podcast. Or you can find us on iTunes by searching Sports3 space podcast. That's Sports3, all one word, space podcast. Or you can take the easy way out and just go to comedypodcastnetwork.com, download all of our great episodes, and check out some other podcasts while you're there. Curtain
That's what I
Jerks,
do.
you can
Curtain
check
Jerks,
out
our sister
the-
podcast.
I just
Come to
want
Your
to say
Senses
no one
podcast,
got
the
ahead in
Ford
life
podcast.
taking the easy way out. That's what you suggested. No one ever got ahead.
Oh, in that case, go to iTunes, and while you're there, rate and review.
Rate and review.
That's the hard way.
Like us on Facebook. Again, it's an utterly meaningless gesture. I don't see why you can't do it for the Sports
Joel,
podcast.
put your shirt back on.
I'm trying to get more people to like us on Facebook.
You're being very intimidating. I
Hey,
don't like it.
check us out on Twitter for the MLB postseason and the college football and NFL football season, as we'll be live tweeting stuff. I'm
And
sure.
athlete food puns.
Oh, hashtag.
And always
athlete food puns.
athlete food pun.
Lights off!
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.